Hello, my name is Ryan DeDominicis, and this is my project management project. This is the project introduction. I chose to do my family reunion celebration for my project. It is a personal project. I do not work yet. That is why I chose a personal project. It involves a lot of planning and organizing. It also involves a lot of communication and managing on many moving parts. That's why I thought that it would be a very good fit for this class project. Milestone number one, the project charter. What is a project charter? A project charter not only authorizes going forward with a project, but also provides the key conditions and parameters that are the framework for the project. A few components that I can sample from my project charter for the family reunion is the purpose. The main purpose of this family reunion is together, all parts of the family, to spend time together and create memories. Responsibilities, which are collecting contact information, preparing the invites to send out, planning the itinerary for the 3-day family reunion weekend, buying materials and items that are needed for the event. We also have funding, which at first was a sole responsibility taken on by a few of us in charge of the event. But since then, we hold a 50-50 raffle drawing and a Chinese basket auction every year to raise money for the following year. Also, the milestone schedule is part of the project charter. It is a schedule consisting of what preparation activities we will do in the 16 weeks in preparation for the actual family reunion event held at the end of the 16 weeks. Milestone number one, simplified project proposal. What is a simplified project proposal? A simplified project proposal is something that should focus on quality of the content that is clear, concise, and convincing, rather than quantity or number of pages. Statement of families needs. We have a statement of families needs rather than a statement of customer needs. Since the project is personal, we do not have customers. So we have a statement of families needs to fulfill family connections and create memories through our event. Pricing is involved in the simplified project proposal, and for our reunion, it's any items or services we may purchase. We are very cautious about and compare all options for the best deal since we're working with a restricted budget and it does fluctuate sometimes from time to time. Assumptions. An assumption we have is the best form of communication is face to face because everybody likes to talk to one another face to face than rather hide behind a screen or a phone. Resources. Our individuals are versed in many facets and have a specific focus in our project they're advanced in. The group we have that prepare this every year are very important to us as they contribute and take time out of their busy schedule to help us prepare this. Milestone number two, quality control plan. What is a quality control plan? A quality control plan is used to help assure quality. The quality control plan should contain written procedures for various quality tools and techniques, as well as how and when to use them. It involves the steps in the project. The steps in our family reunion project are gathering information, preparing invitations, sending out the invitations, receiving the RSVPs back, travel, entertainment, decorations, snacks and drinks, games and prizes, food, and setup for the event. An example is our prepare invitations, and I'll read off what our quality control plan is for preparing the invitations. When preparing the invitations, we must purchase the cardstock for writing the invitations. The cardstock should be an off-white color and be durable enough not to be bent easily in the mail. Also, after the invite is personalized for the individual it is being sent to, it is placed in a white envelope. Some reputable places to get cardstock and envelopes from would be Office Depot, Office Max, or Target. Milestone 2, Work Breakdown Structure, or WBS. A work breakdown structure is a deliverable-oriented hierarchical decomposition of the project scope into work packages that produce the project deliverables. Project itinerary. The WBS essentially acts as a diagram of the project work divided into groups and subgroups. Individuals are assigned duties. Each individual is assigned to a grouping or subgrouping and is responsible for that activity, as well as reporting to a person who may be responsible for a grouping and they are in charge of a subgrouping. Milestone 2, the responsibility assignment matrix. What is a responsibility assignment matrix? A responsibility assignment matrix illustrates who will be responsible for the work. This tool is used to designate the individuals responsible for accomplishing the work items in the work breakdown structure. Primary responsibility versus support responsibility. Only one individual should be designated as the lead or primary person responsible. Support is able to have 2 or more individuals because the amount of confusion between 2 leads can allow for work to fall through the cracks. The example I'll give you guys is the purchase decorations, which is item 7.0 on our WBS. And it examples that Marianne is listed as the primary responsibility and Julie and Celeste as the support responsibilities. So we have 1 primary and 2 supports, so we will be able to communicate effectively and not lose any work through the cracks. Milestone 2, the network diagram. What is a network diagram? A network diagram is a tool for arranging the specific activities in the appropriate sequence and defining their dependent relationships. Essentially, it defines the sequence of how the activities will get done. Activity representation. Each activity in the network diagram is represented by a box, and the description of the activity is written within the box. Each box will also be given an activity number and the person responsible for that activity in each box. Serial versus concurrently. Serial activities are done one after another, meaning that in order to do one activity to get to the other, they must be done in sequential order. Concurrently means the activities can be done at the same time or in no particular order. So you could be working on 1, 2, 3, even 4 activities at the same time, and they could get done at different points in the project because there's no specific means of when they should be completed. Milestone 3, the project schedule. What is a project schedule? The project schedule allows us to see the schedule we should try to follow, and the software will also allow us to enable features that can adjust for early completion dates, delays, and allow us to account for any discrepancies or mishaps throughout the project. Software. The software that we used for the project schedule was Microsoft Project. It's typically the software that we were assigned to use for any deliverable that we could create through Microsoft Project. Timetable. Some timetables that we can look at concerning our project include earliest start times, earliest finish times, latest start times, latest finish times for each activity through the project schedule. Auto versus manual schedule. It is important to note in the schedule for my family reunion project that some of the tasks are manually scheduled and some are auto-scheduled, and it's important to note this because in some projects, typically it's all auto-scheduled. So anytime you would have manually scheduled project tasks, you would want to disclose that in your project schedule. Milestone 3, Resource Usage Sheet. What is a resource usage sheet? A resource usage sheet displays an overview per day of the total amount of work assigned to a work resource and the number of units assigned to a material resource. Project lifecycle shows us the resource usage for individuals on the project. The example I'll be using is Dylan's hour usage in our resource usage sheet. We are able to see that Dylan is assigned 8 hours a day, Monday through Friday, and we can see the task he will be working on during this time as well. Breakdown of the usage sheet. The usage sheet breaks down the hour usage for each individual and task. In addition to hour usage, we can see the amount of months and days that are used for each activity as well as each resource, such as Dylan. Milestone 4, estimated activity costs. What are estimated activity costs? Estimated activity costs allow us to view how the costs for the project will look compared to our baseline. We are able to view the variance and remaining amount in the estimated activity cost sheet. Do not pad the estimated costs. The estimated costs for an activity should be reasonable and realistic. You should not have reserves for every single thing that can go wrong on the project. The project beginning estimations. If you are unsure of how much you should estimate for certain things in the project that are further down the line, you can estimate them after the project has already begun, just to be safe so you don't pad the estimated cost too much to make everything too skewed. Milestone 4, the work overview report. What is a work overview report? A work overview report shows us the actual versus our baseline for work resources. Work completed and work remaining. This report allows us to view the amount of work completed in the work remaining in percentage form. In the family reunion project, we had 67% completed and 33% remaining for our project. Hours remaining. It also allows us to view the amount of hours we have left on the project. The family reunion has 280 hours remaining. We are also given the total hours for the project. The family reunion has 560 total hours start to finish. There are also charts and graphs located on the work overview report. There are 4 charts and graphs provided for us. They are the work burn down, the work stats for the project, the resource stats, or hours each individual has worked or has left to work, and also the remaining availability for resources on our project. Milestone 4, the cash flow report. What is a cash flow report? A cash flow report provides us with a breakdown of costs. It shows us where and how cash is moving throughout the project. It shows cash movement through explanation, graph, chart. The cash flow report shows the movement of actual cost, baseline cost, remaining cost, cost variance throughout the project. Milestone 5, risk register. What is a risk register? A risk register is referred to as a tool for assessing and managing risks. In a risk register, you will see the following elements: the risk, the impact it has on the project, the likelihood the risk will occur, the degree of impact the risk has, the action on trigger or what we can do to monitor the situation, the individual responsible for the risk, and the response plan if any of these risks become a reality in our project. Monitoring risks. Monitoring risks is the best and most important item in a risk register and should be practiced thoroughly throughout any project, no matter the size. This is my reference I used to gather any information that I used in my paper and my PowerPoint slides. Thank you.